Hey there, hi there, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're doing a haul. This is my first official haul. So September is my birthday month, and when asked what I wanted, I, of course, was like, Mama needs some books. So, books please. That being said, first and foremost, I want to thank my family for enabling my book addiction. Thank you. You know who you are. You know what you did. Thanks. As you can tell, I'm really excited. It's been a while since I have accumulated any amount of books, especially this many. So let's go ahead and get started because I think I have around 20 books. And I wanted to do a mixture of books that I have read and books that I haven't read. First, please let me know if you're like this. Do you have a problem, not a problem, but like do you have a dilemma inside of your head where you're like almost on the fence to buy a book that you haven't read before? I don't know. I'm really weird about that because what if I don't like it? You know what I mean? I don't even know why that's a dilemma. I'm not quite for sure, but like, do you do you have this problem, or is it just me? Let me know. Okay. All right. So first and foremost, and don't at me because I will never stop talking about this author. Never. She's one that will be a constant here. So just know that. And I am talking about the lovely Lucia Franco. So, Out of Bounds. This is the companion novel to the Off Balance series. It came out on September the 6th or the 7th. I think it's the 6th. And immediately, I mean, I already pre-ordered that. That came to the Kindle. I read that immediately. Then a few days later, she put on Instagram that the physical copies were available, and I pre-ordered that too. So I had to get this. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have already seen this multiple times. That was my first book from physical book. And because I love the Off Balance series so much, and I do have those on my Kindle, but I needed the physical copies. So I went ahead and started that collection, and I went ahead and got Balance, which is the first book in the Off Balance series, and then the second book, which is Execution. And look at those. I mean, they thick, y'all. They thick, but they so good. You don't even know. You don't even know that they're thick. You're just like, oh, it's over. I need the other one. I need it. So, yeah. I am so excited to have started my Off Balance collection. They will be going right here with my little Lucia shelf. So, yay, yay, yay. Next up, I have The Fiery Heart by Richelle Mead. This is a Bloodlines novel, which is the like spin-off of the Vampire Academy. Now, I have this entire collection, but I got trigger happy on the clicks whenever I went to purchase this book many, many, many years ago, and I got a hardcover. And that aesthetic was completely thrown off, and that drives me crazy. You have all of these beautiful paperbacks, and then you got one hardback it's just, no. So for years, I've been staring at this entire collection with this book in a hardback. Just, no. And I don't know why, like I just didn't spend the $12 and fix that. But I have now. And so it will be on the shelf, and it's all this glory. Yes, these covers are horrible. So I had to get that. Next up, I have Loving Mr. Daniels by Brittany C. Cherry. This was my first read from Brittany, and it has not been my last. She writes some angsty books, y'all. It is beautifully written. It is a teacher-student romance, and I remember just falling head over heels for Mr. Daniels. It's such a good book. Such a good book. So happy to have that in my collection. Which brings me to another one of my favorite authors, which is Candy Steiner. I had to get A Love Letter to Whiskey. The 5th year edition. Y'all, the 5th year edition is where it's at. I do want the original edition as well, but I had to have this one because of Jamie's point of view. This actually was my first read from Candy Steiner, and I'm so glad because I've read multiple things from her, and I love everything that she writes, but this one, y'all, this one just has a place in my heart. Like Jamie and B, forever. And this will definitely be a reread for me. I'm so happy to have this one. So I thought with this haul it would be really good to get some standalone novels and then also to start some collections of some series that I've read or want to read. And so I had to pick up Something in the Way by Jessica Hawkins. This is the first installment in Something in the Way series. It is about Lake and Manning, and I'm going to tell you, Jessica can, like, her books are angsty, like really, really angsty. Another, just like Brittany C. Cherry, very angsty. But again, this is about Lake and Manning. It is a age gap romance. It follows them through many years, and it is just one of my favorite series. I really love this. I'm so happy to have started this collection. I'm so excited. You know, these books just this makes me so happy. I cannot wait to put these on my shelf. If you know, you know. You love books, so you know, but they just make me so happy. If I could sleep surrounded in these books, I would. I would kick my husband out of bed to lay. Especially with him. Kova. My man. Kova. The next book that I picked up is Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. I love Penelope Douglas. I found her, I want to say it was about 2 years ago. The first book that I read from her was Birthday Girl. This was the second book that I read from her. And I mean, I'm absolutely in love. But I love this cover. I love this cover. It's gorgeous. I had to pick this one up first. Of course, I want them all. This is about Misha and Ryan. They were assigned to each other as pen pals in middle school, and their teachers both thought that the other was of the same sex. They weren't. And even after their assignment ended and they didn't have to write each other anymore, they continued to write each other. They became best friends. They told each other everything. But then Misha drops off the face of the earth at some point, and Ryan she doesn't know what is going on. This is great. I mean, this is like an enemies to lovers. It's like a friends to lovers. It's just, really good. If you haven't picked it up, I highly recommend Punk 57. Next, I picked up Sicko by ＡmAzOn. This is my dark queen. I love ＡmAzOn. I love her. This was actually the first book that I ever read of ＡmAzOn as well. This is not the original cover. However, I mean, I love it. I had to get this one. This was my debut into ＡmAzOn with Sicko, and I mean, I fell in love with her because of this book. I'm continuing to read her backlist. She's amazing, but I had to get Sicko. And then last, for the books that I've already read, I had to pick up Hooked by Emily McIntyre. I know that this has been getting a lot of hype on Bookstagram. If you haven't read this, I don't know what you're doing. You need to pick this up because James Barrie is everything. Yes. Okay, guys, on to the books that I have not read and I'm excited to get to. First up, I have a finale to a trilogy. This is part of the Retribution of Mara Dyer series by Michelle Hodkin. So I read the first two books in 2016 or 2017, and when I was like really heavy into YA, I remember really loving this. It was a great, great story. And again, this was just like with The Fiery Heart. I have no idea why I just didn't pay the $12 and get this third installment so I could finish the series, because it was really, really good. And I loved it. It was like a bit of a mystery and there's a bit of a romance. And I loved Noah Shaw in it, which is the hero in the story. But nonetheless, I didn't until now. And so now I need to read the first two installments again so that I can pick up the finale and figure out what the heck happened. Next, I went with a hyped up book, which is Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. First off, I love this cover. I think the cover is very original. It's gorgeous. Sometimes I just don't like pay attention, don't do the research, or I don't know. But I didn't realize that this was part of a series until after I got it, and then started seeing the other books that went with it. But I can't wait to see what the hype is all about with this one. Maybe this is like a November or December read. We'll see. We shall see. Okay, next up, I am really excited about this. I've heard some amazing things about this series, and I'm really excited to get into this. It is Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. It's like a trilogy. Is that right? I don't know, but y'all, they're thick books, and I'm okay with that. I know that this is a bit of, have some trigger warnings with it. Like, apparently the main character went through some stuff in her previous school, and she comes to this school to get away from all of that, and our hero kind of takes her under his wing and is basically like the, you know, touch her and I'll hurt you kind. So I really want to go into this as blindly as I can. I kind of enjoy doing that with a lot of books, but I am really excited about this one. Next up, I have Regretting You by Colleen Hoover. Now, Colleen Hoover, I have to say, is probably, no, she is my OG ride or die author. I have loved her ever since I read Maybe Someday from her. I read that in 2015 or 2016, whenever that was. So I've been slowly building up my collection from her, and I really don't know why I don't have this one yet, but anything that she writes, I'm going to read. Next up, I have You'll Think of Me by Lucia Franco. This is a standalone. I think this is a like a second chance romance or something. I know it says the hero has a thick southern drawl and a seductive charm. He's a country boy everyone adores. He has his future mapped out, but his plans with Olivia are suddenly derailed when she makes a decision that blindsides him, changing the path they both envision. Second chance romance, yeah. Next up, I have Waking Olivia by Elizabeth O'Rourke. This is one coach, one student, one rule they can't break. I was going to say, I don't know anything about this, and I don't know why I got it, but there you go. You have a teacher-student, you have an age gap. I don't have many videos out on this channel, but if you've watched any of them, then you know I have a thing for age gap. That is my favorite trope, and then you mix in something else and you got me. But you have a teacher-student, you have age gap, and I am all here for that. Yes, yes, yes. Next, I have The Stopover by T.L. Swan. This is part of the Mile High Club series. They're all companion novels. I love T.L. Swan. Arway, have y'all read that? You got to read it. It's unlike anything that I've ever read before. It was amazing. But it says, a memorable night of passion refuses to stay just a memory in this sizzling and scandalous romance. Yes. Yes, I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Next, I have another book by Candy Steiner. This is another standalone. It is Weightless. And I'm not quite for sure exactly what this is about. However, I don't know. I get like second chance romance. I kind of get something about like memory loss or something. I don't know. I could be absolutely wrong, and that is okay. I will find out when I read Weightless by Candy Steiner. And then I have Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. This is one of the books that I am excited to read in my spooky October reads. I cannot wait to read this. I know that this is about two people who get abducted and are chained together in like a room or something, but they don't like each other. They haven't liked each other for years. And I think like the guy is the girl's sister's boyfriend or fiance or something, but their captor has other plans for them, and I'm really excited about this. I hope that I enjoy it as much as I'm anticipating. And last but not least, I have Bound by Honor by Cora Riley. This is part of the Bound in Blood series. This is a mafia romance series. This is one of the ones where I'm not on the fence of, even if I don't like this series, which I'm like 80% sure that I'm going to love this series. I've read Cora Riley before, and I really, really love her writing. However, these covers are just absolutely gorgeous, and I knew that I wanted to start this collection ASAP. This is another one that I plan on reading in my October spooky reads, so I wanted to have a couple physical books to read, and I'm really excited. That is it for my haul. I cannot express how excited I am and just overjoyed to have these books in my possession. I cannot wait to organize them on my shelves so that I can just look at them and bask in their beautifulness. But you'll have to let me know if you've read any of these, if there's something that I need to move to the top of my list. I am all ears. I am so excited. All right, that'll do it for our little haul here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already so we can continue to hang out. Stay tuned for my September wrap-up, which will be out this Friday. And until then, happy reading, guys. Bye.